Has AIPAC lost its mind? Osama Obama, President of the United States, goes to the AIPAC convention. He's warmly greeted by the people on the dais, and he gives this speech, which is complete hypocrisy. Obviously, he's doing it just to back down a little bit in public in front of 7,500 Jews, when the day before he just stabbed Israel in the back and knocked its legs out from under him. And then he gets 2 standing ovations. Now, why did he get standing ovations? First, he said that Israel was under existential threat from Iran. What a hypocrite. What has he done to stop Iran? Nothing. Nothing. He talks about diplomacy. What has he done under his watch in 2 years to stop Iran from one iota of any way of progressing towards a nuclear bomb? The guy is such a hypocrite. And then he talks about the existential threat of Hamas. But didn't he just tell Israel they should negotiate with the Palestinian government, which is now in bed with Hamas? The guy is a complete hypocrite. Now, there's only 2 possibilities. Either he's an idiot and he actually thinks he's doing the right thing, or he's a conniving monster who wants to destroy Israel. You figure out what the guy is. I mean, he's done everything he can to hurt Israel along the way. I was at the AIPAC convention in 2008 when he made all these promises, and the next day he started backing down. If you want to read all the details, go to my blog at www.rabbireflects.blogspot.com, and you can see a lot of the analysis of the speech, a lot of what I'm saying, and you can see point by point of how what he said in that AIPAC speech in 2008, he completely contradicted later on. So what can you say? Now, I understand why AIPAC did what they did. They're dealing with the most powerful guy in the world. The last thing they want is complete alienation from the President of the United States. The President obviously felt a little embarrassed when Netanyahu was teaching him about the realities of the world in the Oval Office the day before. Even Netanyahu seems to have soft-pedaled a little bit, trying to say we want to work with the United States. That's the game of politics. And don't get me wrong, AIPAC does a very important job in keeping members of Congress educated about Israel and working with them to support the American-Israel relationship. But this is just over the top. I was going to go this year and didn't go because I knew how disgusting it was going to be, and I couldn't sit there in a room listening to Obama pretend to support Israel when he's doing everything he can to underscore and undercut and knife Israel in the back. And God forbid he gets elected to a second term, Israel will be sold down the river. It's already precarious enough. So why in the world would AIPAC do this? Okay, politics, I guess they figured they had to. But all of this gushing, and of course, now the Jewish, National Democratic, whatever, is saying, oh, we're so glad AIPAC gave him a warm reception. See, what happens now is the average Jew who doesn't not educated and doesn't know thinks because AIPAC applauds him that he's that Obama's an okay stand-up guy for Israel, when the opposite is the truth. I just hope most people pay attention, read the stuff. There's volumes of stuff coming out now about his Israel policy, about AIPAC. Again, a lot of it's uploaded, not everything, of course, but on my blog there, rabbireflects.blogspot.com or israelgreatest.blogspot.com. You can find it all over the internet, but educate yourself for yourself and see what the truth is. Shalom.